Part 2 of how me and my sisters almost got kidnapped. I called my mom and then she looked on the cameras downstairs and somebody was in the house. She never told me what the person was doing. I guess she just didn't want me worrying, but she called 911 right away. While my 2 little sisters were in the closet, my 6-year-old sister would not stop crying and I'm pretty sure the person downstairs heard her. At this time, my mom and her boyfriend were already on the way and so were the police. I heard him coming up the steps, so I quietly opened the closet door and promised my sisters that they would stay quiet and be calm no matter what. I didn't know what he was here for, so I hid in the side of the bed in front of the closet so that he would get to me before he got to the girls. I heard him just rummaging through stuff and stuff breaking. Then a couple minutes later, I hear the police sirens. Right as I hear the police sirens, I hear our bedroom windows smash. While trying to stay as calm as I can, 3 policemen bust down the door. They grab me and my sisters and take us outside. About 5 minutes after they take us outside and put us in the back of their car, my mom and her boyfriend shows up. About 20 minutes later, after he was caught, they did notify us that he was wanted for murder of 2 younger girls and 1 adult male. About $10,000 of our stuff was either missing or broke. Then about a month later, when we were capable to, we did move. Nothing has happened since.
Man, I remember the time in kindergarten when my friend threw the chair at my teacher. Anyways, we were just in class, and it's just kindergarten, right? So we're just learning the ABCs, learning how to count to 10, some basic stuff. Anyways, we had this day where, we made applesauce in class, except to eat the applesauce, you had to bring, one thing or whatever. I don't remember what it was. And my friend didn't bring it. Now, that's cool because, he was trying to be a little kindergartner and steal some. I don't really know. But anyways, the applesauce was made. We all got in a line to get our applesauce. But, bro, when I got my applesauce and tasted it, dude, this thing tasted like straight out garbage. This was the worst thing ever. Anyways, my friend couldn't get any. So he gets all mad. He grabs the chair and he throws it at my teacher. Long story short, the principal comes in, takes him away. Every single kid in the class is throwing up because it tastes like shit.
So, as the clowns started chasing my brother and I into the vacant house, we hid in a closet behind a pile of clothes. So then shortly we start hearing the clown's footsteps in the house. He couldn't find us, whatever. My brother and I were still stuck in the house though. We couldn't call anyone, nothing was going through. So we end up getting bored and we're looking at the pile of clothes that we're hiding behind. Bitch, guess what? The pile of clothes we were hiding behind were different clown suits. So funny. So we realized, oh shit, this is the clown's house, so cool. At this point, it's 2 a.m. So I'm assuming my parents got worried because we didn't come home. So obviously they called the cops and a whole ass search was being made for my brother and I. Long story short, they found us. The clown was taken. It was a teenager under the mask. I don't know what the fuck happened to the house. I'm not really allowed to walk there anymore. So here's the footage.
Here's a story time of how me and my sisters almost got kidnapped. So my mom and her boyfriend were just going to go out and have a night to themselves, and I was home watching my 2 little sisters. At the time, I was 13, my 2 little sisters were 9 and 6. So around 6 p.m., my mom and her boyfriend leave. Me and my sisters just sit down and watch a movie, and then I get up to make them dinner. I get paranoid really easily, and while I was making them dinner, I look out the kitchen window, and I thought I seen somebody in the backyard. I text my mom and she gets on the cameras that are outside and she said nobody was out there. I continue making them dinner, we sit down and eat, and then we start watching another movie. Then we start hearing knocking. It wasn't coming from any of the doors, it was coming from the side of the house. I didn't want to bother my mom on her one night out, so I just took the kids and we went upstairs and watched a movie in my room. My 6-year-old sister at the time went to the bathroom and she came back in literal tears. She was literally crying so hard until I finally got her to stop and tell me what was wrong. She said as she was walking back from the bathroom, she seen somebody downstairs. I quietly locked my door and I put my sisters in the closet and I called my mom right away. I'm running out of time, late for part 2.
So in 8th grade, we had our final for PE. Basically, we had to run 7 laps in 20 minutes, whatever. So long story short, everyone starts running, moving their legs so fast. And then people start finishing. I was like, oh my God, ew. So at this point, it's 45 minutes. The whole class is done except me. And everyone's just watching me run. We had this one kid named Pedro, who each time I did a lap, he'd be finally. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you. So then the teacher stops me and he's like, you're so slow. And then the teacher is like, you're not going to graduate because you're so fucking slow. And I was like, oh. So then I go talk to the principal. Oh my God, this is the best part. Oh my God. Principal tells me I'm not going to graduate on stage because I'm so slow. So graduation day comes and I snuck into the school and I got a fake gown and I made my mom take pictures of me. So it looked like I was graduating. And then the principal sees me and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm graduating. What about you, cutie? And he calls the cops on me because I'm an intruder. Like, what do you mean, silly goose? I was the one that couldn't. So in 8th grade, we had our final for PE. Basically, we had to run like 7 laps in 20 minutes, whatever. So long story short, everyone starts running, moving their legs so fast. And then people start finishing. I was like, oh my God, ew. So at this point, it's like 45 minutes. The whole class is done except me, and everyone's just watching me run. Like, we had this one kid named Pedro who each time I did a lap, he'd be like, finally. Like, thank you, Pedro. Thank you. So then the teacher stops me and he's like, you're so slow. And then the teacher is like, you're not gonna graduate because you're so fucking slow. And I was like, oh. So then I go talk to the principal. Oh my God, this is the best part. Oh my God. Principal tells me I'm not gonna graduate on stage because I'm so slow. So graduation day comes and I snuck into the school and I got a fake gown and I made my mom take pictures of me. So it looked like I was graduating, And then the principal sees me and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm graduating. What about you, cutie? And he calls the cops on me because I'm an intruder. Like, what do you mean, silly goose?
Last winter, me and my 3 friends, we went on some big-ass road trip, but we had to be back by Tuesday because we were taking winter classes and we all had the same math test that day. So we were at some log cabin and we drank a little too much and no one wanted to take the test on Tuesday, so we all emailed the professor Monday night. We all emailed him the same lie saying that while we were on the road trip, we got a flat tire Monday night and we weren't able to make the test on Tuesday. So if we could, can we please take it on Wednesday? So the professor emailed us back saying, yeah, no problem. Take the test on Wednesday. Stuff happens. I understand. So the 4 of us walk into math class that morning to take the test, and we're all happy that our lie worked and this and that. So he gives us the test and he puts us in 4 separate rooms, which I didn't care. It's just to prevent cheating. So I take the test, and it's out of 100 points. The first question, worth 5 points, was, what's 10 divided by 2? And I'm like, this is easy. It's 5. The second question, which was worth 95 points, was, which tire was flat?
Storytime about how my boyfriend's best friend tried to ruin our relationship. So a little background information. My boyfriend used to be best friends with this one girl. We're gonna call her Jamie. Well, Jamie and my boyfriend were best friends for years. And their friendship was more flirty than anything. Well, him and I got to know each other during track season. So we were always hanging out after school. And sometimes Jamie would be there too. Well, the one night him and I were on FaceTime and we were talking about how we really liked each other. So the next day we started dating. And I was good friends with Jamie too. Then after we started dating, she started acting really weird towards me. Like, I would try to say hi whenever I saw her in the hallways, and she would just give me a dirty ass look. So then I told my boyfriend how I thought that she was really mad at me, and he said that he would talk to her. Well, a week before him and I started dating, she told us that there was this guy that she really wanted to ask to prom, and she said that she liked him for a while. Well, then my boyfriend said, apparently a few days ago you were hitting on the boy that she was going to ask to prom. So then I started to connect the dots and I was like, oh shit, like for part 2.
So one day, this random guy added me on Snapchat. I added him just because you really never know. It could be my soulmate or something. We're gonna call him motherfucking Larry. So right when I added Larry, he sent me a snap. Oh, this is the best part. Just wait, sweetie. So it was a photo of a wall with pictures of me, baby pictures of me, even a picture of my cat with tiny post-its all around it. And in the caption, he was like, I manifested you, you cannot leave anymore. I was kind of scared, so I blocked him. And I remember I left to my grandma's house because I was just really scared to even be in my own house. And so the next morning of me staying at my grandma's house, we got mailed this big box with confetti in it. And there was this envelope, and I remember the envelope was like, hey, it's Larry. I told you you cannot leave. And my family's number was there, our address was there, and a bottle of pepper spray.
So I'm in an airplane right now, and the pilot just made an announcement about safety and all that. And when he was finished, I guess he forgot to turn off the PA announcer. So not knowing that everyone on the plane can hear what he can say over the PA system, he tells the co-pilot, I can't wait to drink a cup of coffee and fuck one of these flight attendants. One of the flight attendants hears this and sprints towards the cockpit to tell the pilot to shut off the PA system, and she trips and falls. This old lady sees the flight attendant trip and goes, honey, slow down. He says he wants to drink a cup of coffee first.
Man, there was this girl at my school that I really hated. Reason being, because she always used to steal my lunch. Anyways, one day I decided to use that to my advantage. I got my dog to piss in a water bottle and I put it in the fridge. The next day when I went to school and she came up to me and asked what I brought for lunch, I told her I brought lemonade. She took it and chugged it down in 3 seconds flat. Anyway, she had to go to the nurse.